Hey, class of 2025, I'm Josie Wagner.
And I'm Micah Dyken, and we are seniors here at RCHS.
And we're going to show you around the school, so let's go inside.
If you are a parent or an adult and you are a visitor, then you will need to sign in on this kiosk right here. If you are a student returning to the school, then you will need to press this button.
Come on in.
So I'm currently standing in the senior circle, which is only supposed to be stepped in by seniors. Here on my left is Mrs. Kimple's room, one of our Spanish teachers, and here on my right is the main office. So let's go ahead in there. Here in the main office, you can sign in and out when you're entering or leaving the building. You can also pick up important papers over here on the desk to the right. These papers include varsity scholars, drug consenting test forms, etc. Back through these doors right here, you'll find Mr. Hadley, Mr. Mendoza, and Mrs. Pulse's offices. Hopefully you'll never find yourself there, but that's where they are.
Freshmen, we are very excited about you coming to this building. I've heard many good things about this class, and I'm going to give you a few pieces of advice. Number one, get involved. We have a lot of activities and clubs and organizations and extracurriculars for you to be a part of, and your high school career is so much better if you get involved with things. So that's my first piece of advice. There's something for everybody here. And number two, we are on a block schedule where we have rotating days, red and black days, and it's very, very important that you keep track of your homework and your assignments and your tests and your projects. So you just need to make sure that you keep those things in mind and keep track of those and get your homework done and turn things in on time. Russellville High School is a great place. We are excited for you to be a part of our family here. So I look forward to seeing your faces next year.
Hi freshmen, my name is Mrs. Pulse. I'm the assistant principal here at Rushville Consolidated High School. We're so excited to welcome you into our building. I'm standing here next to our Lion Share poster. Our expectations here are the share expectations. I'm sure Mr. Mendoza will talk to you more about that. But we do have really high expectations and we're really excited to welcome you in. If you have any questions at all, come to the main office and I'll be happy to meet with you. Thank you and have a great day.
Hello, class of 2025. Welcome to RCHS. My name is Mr. Mendoza. I am the Dean of Students here at RCHS, which means that my primary responsibilities include managing student conduct or handling discipline matters, and then also I handle student attendance. I oversee that as well. So, you know, really the goal will be throughout your time here at RCHS to have very little interaction with me. However, I will see you in the hallway and see you at different events, and I look forward to talking with you in a positive situation. However, really your main goal would be to avoid coming into my office. You know, it's very unfortunate that we have to do this virtually this year. We always look forward to freshman orientation. It's always a very special night to welcome a new class into the building. And so, unfortunately, our welcome this year is probably going to come in the form of this video virtually because of all the challenges. So the other thing that I want to say is, you know, congratulations to making it this far. These are very challenging circumstances that we're living through. You know, the social aspect and the removal of some of the interactions that you typically have in sporting events and going to school and so on and so forth. You know, many of those things have been very, very limited. So I applaud your ability to be successful and advance to high school despite these challenging times. Again, we are going to provide everyone with a copy of the student handbook, which I strongly recommend that you read through. However, some of the things that do frequently land people in my office are attendance, tardies, make sure that you are getting to class on time, and then issues, quite frankly, issues with social media, drama on social media. Please, please, please use your social media accounts responsibly. The failure to do so, whether you know it or not, could land you, even if it's happening outside of school hours. Trouble on social media can land you in my office and can result in very significant disciplinary action, as well as law enforcement involvement and so on and so forth. So we really want to avoid that, and please, social media can be so powerful, it can be so positive. Please use it responsibly. Again, I cannot wait to have another class of students into the building. Congratulations on making it this far, and I look forward to meeting you and seeing you in the hallways and not in my office.
Okay, this is the main office and attendance office, so you'll come in here to sign in or sign out for, like if you have to leave for a doctor's appointment, anything like that. To leave, you will have to have your parents call in for you, so even if you're 18, you have to have your parents call in. If you need to leave, and you'll need a pass to sign out in here. Your parents do not need to come in to the office like they did at the junior high. Your parents can just call, all we need is their permission, and then you're good to go. You can only miss 8 days per semester without a doctor's slip. So if you have a doctor's slip, obviously, then those days don't count. But each semester, you can only miss 8 days. And yeah, if you have any questions, just come in here.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Harris, secretary in the main office. When you come in the main office for in general questions about the building, if you need your locker combination, a printout of your schedule, and most importantly, if you need a printout of your transcript. And you can also sign up for the drug testing program in the main office. The sheets are over on the far counter, and then once you get all the signatures, you turn them back in. There's an empty box there on the counter also.
Right down the hall, you can find the bookstore. This is where you can find an abundance of school supplies. You can buy homecoming tickets as well as parking tag.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Gray, and I'm in the bookstore here at RCHS. And you coming in as freshmen, if you need any kind of supplies that your teachers need or might want you to have, I usually have them here in the bookstore that you can come and purchase them. You pay your book rental here. When you get old enough, you can do parking tags here. When homecoming comes around, you'll buy your tickets, homecoming tickets here. When you get to prom, you'll be buying prom tickets here. Mainly anything to do with money I handle, except for cafeteria. You will pay your lunch money in the cafeteria.
And if we walk down here to my left, you will find the nurse's office with Mrs. Kane.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Kane. I'm the school nurse here at the high school. If you want to be seen in the clinic, the procedures are that you need to let your teacher know, because they will have to submit a pass on the computer that will come to me, and then I see it on my computer, and then I call the teacher's classroom to have you come down. You do not get to just come down on your own. You don't get to go to the bathroom and then come to the clinic. You have to let your teacher know first, and then I call you down when I'm ready for you. If you have any medications that you need to take in the clinic, it's a medication that you take every day, mom and dad need to get me a doctor's order for that medication. If it's things like Tylenol, ibuprofen, any type of headache type medication, then those medications can be kept in the clinic here, and I have to have permission from parents on file, and they will fill those permissions out at registration actually. There's a form that they will just check mark what medications you're allowed to have, but the parents have to bring the medicines in. I do not supply those for you. If you're not feeling well, make sure you let your teacher know. Parents can call me and email me if they have concerns and questions, and obviously with COVID things are ever changing. So if procedures change from what you were used to at the junior high, I will be sure to let you know when we come into the beginning of the school year. And I think that's all I have for you now, and I wish you great luck coming in next year.
Hornsby, and I am one of the counselors here. My alphabet are the students whose last name begins with A through K.
And I'm Mrs. Spellman. I have the L through Z's. One way to remember it, Ms. Hornsby's in the first part of the alphabet, and Mrs. Spellman is in the last part of the alphabet, so that's a good way to remember that. Our office is located close to the front entrance. Just come down like you're going to the bookstore or to the clinic, and you'll find our offices.
The other thing I'd like to mention is that we have 2 at-risk counselors on staff as well, Mr. Morgan and Miss Augsburger, and they are very essential to our office as well, meeting with students who are having some personal or social, emotional struggles while they're at school. And that is the guidance office. We look forward to working with you.
Hey, I'm Miss A. I am an at-risk counselor here at the high school, and I'm also the freshman mentor sponsor. So things that I would do for you guys would be I match juniors and seniors that will be your mentors for the night, and sometimes they can actually last longer than that, and you guys become kind of that mentor friendship type reality, and you guys can help you like navigate the school and like what it looks like to have block scheduling and what it looks like to navigate some teachers we have and how to do homework and stay on task. And we talk about all those fun things at the freshman orientation night where you get to eat a meal together, tour the school, and do all the fun things for like 2 hours. It's long, but it's also kind of fun, and it lets you kind of get to know what the school is all about.
Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about today is the graduation pathways, which are the graduation requirements for the freshman class. This program started and became effective beginning with the class of 2023 and beyond. So graduation pathways is broken into 3 different categories. Students have to fulfill all 3 of these categories. So number 1, they have to earn a diploma. Number 2, they have to learn and demonstrate employability skills. And then number 3, they have to demonstrate post-secondary ready competencies. So we'll look at number 1, the diploma. As I said, every student has to earn a diploma as part of their graduation requirement. And we have 3 different diploma options plus an opt-out, which is known as the general diploma. We have Core 40, we have academic honors, and we have technical honors. Core 40 is what is expected by the state of Indiana in order to be academically prepared and ready to go to college after high school. Area number 2, or bucket number 2 as we like to call them sometimes, is the learning and demonstrating employability skills section. There's 3 ways in which students can do that: project-based experiences, service-based experiences, and work-based experiences. They have to complete one of those experiences. Some of the project-based experiences can be accomplished with our classes here at the high school, depending on various projects that they perform while they're in class. Service-based experiences can be done with things like community service. Through our athletic teams a lot, they do community service or volunteer work, etc. And then work-based experience would be simply that. They have a job, and that would fulfill that bucket too. Here are some examples of how these 3 areas could be met here at the high school. Project-based experience, it shows some different classes here that have projects that meet the specifications needed. Service-based experience, you've got 4-H, Eagle Scouts, a lot of our clubs. You could be involved in your youth group at church that does various activities outside of school. And then work-based experience, having a job, participating in ICE, which is our school to work program, going to WCC, which is our career center, cadet teaching, Lions Live, and so forth. So we do have a lot of opportunities for students to meet bucket 2, but that is something that they definitely are going to need to be aware of. In the employability skills, there is a piece that has to be filled out, and this is in the career planner. You'll see these documents there where students will have to basically write on this paper, which we keep on file actually, and demonstrate how they've met each one of these areas of the employability skills: mindsets, self-management skills, learning strategies, social skills, and workplace skills. And that's something that Mrs. Spellman and I will help them with. But I just wanted you to see an example of what they will have to do sometime before they graduate from high school. And then the last area is the post-secondary ready competencies. Again, they have to meet one of these areas, and there are several, If they get an honors diploma, they actually meet it automatically. They can take an ACT test and qualify. Depending on what score they receive, they can take an SAT test and qualify depending on what score they receive. Same thing for the ASVAB test. The industry certification, a lot of that will come from WCC. If they have an apprenticeship opportunity, again, that might be something with school to work that would be a possibility for students. The career and technical education concentrator is probably going to be our biggest area where kids are going to meet this. And then there's an AP dual credit option, as well as locally created pathways. So on this slide, you'll see them broken down a little bit more. And again, this information is in the career planner with the scores that they need for the ACT, the SAT, the ASVAB, etc. And again, this is not an easy thing for students to do. You can't just assume you're going to take the SAT and meet those scores, or assume you're going to be able to take the ACT and meet those scores to qualify. So we have to be really careful in this area. The one that we'll focus on here very diligently at the high school is this career and technical education piece. And this is going to be laid out and kind of determined by the electives that your student ends up signing up for. For example, choir. If your student is really interested in choir or band, that can fulfill this bucket. Say they're really interested in agriculture. Again, that can fulfill this bucket. Or art. There's a lot of ways that this bucket can be met. Going to WCC is an automatic qualifier for bucket 3. So we will be monitoring that very closely in terms of what classes they're scheduling for, because this bucket is the last piece of the graduation pathway requirement. So all 3 of those buckets have to be checked off on by the time they're a senior in order to fulfill all their graduation requirements. We will be monitoring this every year as we meet with your student to plan their courses for the next year and seeing where they are in the process of completing buckets 1, 2, and 3 for graduation pathways. And if you have any questions, please don't ever hesitate to call us, email us, let us know how we can help you. Next on the agenda will be Mrs. Spellman, and she's going to discuss with you how your student will request their courses for their freshman year with a Google form.
Hi, beginning on Friday, you should find in your email box an email or a Google form from Mr. Scheidler. And Mr. Scheidler is sharing with you your scheduling Google form. So let me walk through the pieces and show you how to fill this out and get yourself signed up for your classes and start down the pathways for graduation. All right, so once you're in, at the very top, there's a link to our high school webpage that will give you an insight to the planner. If you need to see class descriptions, if you need anything else, it's there. Anything marked with a red asterisk must be filled out. And typically what happens at the end, if you can't submit it, you forgot something. Something has not been filled in. So that's typically just a troubleshooter. If you have trouble submitting, you've left out a question. All right, right off the bat, I would like to know who's sending me this request. So your last name followed by your first name. Summer school. This is not the official sign up. It's just kind of a poll to see how many are interested in summer school. We offer speech, we offer PE. I'm going to be optimistic and hope for some normalcy in summer school, that we'll have it real time this summer. So again, this is just a prelim poll question. All right, so as we go down, of course you've got to take an English course. Talk to your English teacher to find out which of these is most appropriate for you. English 9 honors, if you're interested in an honors diploma. If you like the language arts, you do really well in that sort of thing, reading long assignments, writing, that doesn't bother you, I'm thinking English 9 honors is for you. If English is not your strong suit, if it really is difficult for you to complete longer assignments, you're probably going to take English 9. So again, it's got an asterisk because you're going to have to pick an English course. Now we're on to math. If you are earning an A in at least an A- the second semester of algebra, then you may go ahead and go on to geometry honors. Otherwise, you'll be taking algebra 1. Science class. For freshmen, we offer biology. Again, speak to your 8th grade science teacher to find out which level is most appropriate for you. Biology honors is probably appropriate if you're looking toward anything in the medical sciences someday when you grow up in the healthcare. Biology honors is probably what you'd like to look at. But again, you know where your abilities lie, and your teachers know where your abilities lie. So those are the people to talk to determine which course to sign up for. These two kind of go together. As a freshman, you are required to take health and intro to computer science. I really don't care which semester you take which class, but you do need to sign up for both of them. So if you'd like to sign up for health here and computer science there, fine. Or computer science first, then health, fine. I don't care. But these have to be the flip-flop or mirror images of each other for those two classes. PE. Some options here. Traditional PE during the school year. You go over, change clothes, play sports, whatever, change clothes and come back to the school building. Fine, you can do that for 2 semesters. Weight training, if you're a basketball player or a football player and you want to go ahead and take weight training, as long as you've got a physical on file, you may take APC or the advanced physical conditioning class, that's fine. If you think, okay, maybe I'll do one traditional and a summer school, go ahead and click that. So that gives us an idea of how to schedule some PE courses. Now then, electives. This is where you get to take those classes you've been dying to take. You really want to be in the band, fine. So when you pull this down, you're going to find probably beginning band. There it is, beginning concert band. So I click on band. Whatever it is you would like to take, make sure you go ahead and pull that down. If you know that you're going to do band, music, art, those are probably going to be your pathways eventually for graduation. So again, as you're picking out your electives and think, boy, someday I'd like to be a graphic designer, what do I need to take to do that? So whether it's art classes, computer science classes, be mindful of what kinds of things you'd like to take. When you get in here, they'll tell you animal science. If you took the intro to ag class at BRMS, then you can sign up for animal science. If you, and they'll say 1 semester or 2, full year or 1 semester. Spanish, if you would like the honors diploma, you'll need to sign up for Spanish, and you need to have at least a C average in English. So that all explains everything. You get to pick. Make sure that you, again, you've got them all picked out, or choices filled out. So first, second, third, fourth. Then when you get down here, alternates. In the best plans, best world, you can have whatever class you want because it meets every block. But as we're finding, it's tougher and tougher to make sure classes don't conflict with each other. So if you'll give us a backup class, maybe, boy, I'd like to take foods, but maybe not this year, you can put foods down here, or nutrition and wellness, as an alternate. If one of these don't work out, okay, I'll take that. So make sure you fill out your alternates, your first, second, third, fourth choices. All of those need to be filled out, and then you hit submit. And that's how I'll get it. So they'll all come back to our emails. We'll have your name, we'll have your courses. We would like to have this form filled out by January the 22nd. So you'll get this form on Friday the 15th. We'd like to have it back on Friday the 22nd. If we don't get it back, then Ms. Hornsby and I will be creative and assign classes for you. So please talk to mom and dad. You can work with mom and dad over the weekend to figure this out. Please call us, ask us, talk to your middle school teachers. They know you as well as anybody as far as what you're capable of and what class is best for you. I think that's it for my part.
In this hallway, we have a locker bay and some classrooms. The lockers are now categorized by alphabet, but before that, this was considered the sophomore hallway. Over here, we have the computer classroom. This is where you'll take classes like PCC, DAR, which is a required freshman class. As we go down here, now we're in front of Mr. Harvey's room. Let's go see what he has to say.
Hi, I'm Mr. Harvey. I am the Industrial Technology Education teacher here at Rushville Consolidated High School. I currently have 4 classes that I'm teaching. I have the Introduction to Design Process classes. Is a year-long class that takes a broad look at the design process and at technology. I also teach 2 engineering classes currently, Introduction to Engineering and Design and also Principles of Engineering. If you took the Project Lead the Way classes at the middle school, this is a continuation of those. And so again, we look at project-based activities in the classroom and how those relate to engineering. They are successive, so you take Introduction to Engineering Design, then POE. Next year we're looking at adding a 3rd year for Civil Engineering and Architecture that would follow those. And so it's pretty involved. Then the last class I have is a construction class, which is an introductory level class looking at construction practices and processes in general. So it's a good overview, and it is also a year-long class.
And here are the 2 art rooms. You can take classes like Intro to 2D and 3D, Jewelry, Draw and Paint, etc. Now that you know where those rooms are, let's check out the science hallway.
To the far left side of the building, you will find the science hallway. This is where you'll find all of your science classes such as earth space, biology, physics, etc.
Back through this hallway are the band and choir rooms and the Laughlin Center. You can take band and choir as classes, and the Laughlin Center is where meetings are held, concerts are held, and also plays.
Hello, my name is Mr. Campbell, and I am the band director here at RCHS. And I teach 2 classes. I teach jazz band, and I also teach concert band. Some of those classes will be labeled something different, but concert band combines a bunch of different classes together to form the entire band. And so we play instrumental music. We learn a lot about the basics of music itself, and then how to play the instruments. You'll see us in different areas, like on the marching field during the football games for marching band. You'll see us on the sidelines for basketball season in the pep band, and then may see us on the road sometimes with marching band for parades when we get to have those again. And so we just have a lot of fun learning the basics of music, and then we create what we call a band family. So a lot of our students help each other in other areas in the school, and so it's a fun type of atmosphere, and we learn a lot while we have fun.
Now we're standing at Mrs. Carmony's room, which is right across the corner from the art rooms. Mrs. Carmony teaches FACS classes, so nutrition, wellness, child development, things like that. You do a lot of cooking and things like that too. Down the hallway from Mrs. Carmony's room, we have all the English classes. The English classes line this hallway, and they go a little to the left by the cafeteria. You'll be required to take 8 credits worth of English.
Hi, I'm Brian Hummel. I teach freshman and senior English and film. As a freshman, you will have an English class. You'll either be in honors English or regular English. You'll be expected to read and write, but we have a really good staff that really connects with its students. You will find somebody in our department that you will probably latch on to for the rest of your high school career.
Now let's head to the cafeteria.
When you first walk into the cafeteria, there will be a line to the right of you, which will have the main options. You can also substitute these for peanut butter and jelly or pizza. To the left side will be the salad line, where you can also get sandwiches, and on Wednesday, we have baked potatoes. Now that you've learned more about the cafeteria, you should also know that there are 4 separate lunches. There will be an A, B, C, and D lunch, and these are based off of your class schedule. So now let's head on to the math department. Right down from the hall from the cafeteria is the math department. So let's go talk to one of the math teachers, Mrs. Brashaber, and figure out some more information.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Brashaber, and I'm the chairman of the math department. And we're looking forward to having you join us in our building next year. The math department starts off with algebra or geometry for our incoming freshmen. And we have lots of teachers here who want you to be successful and hope that you will do your best. There are things that we have in place that can help you be successful. So outside of doing your work in class, we have the SRT time where you can come to get help from your math teacher. We also offer after-school help with Block 9s on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you just contact your teacher, we will be glad to see that we do everything we can to help you be successful. So welcome and good luck to you.
When you turn to your right, you will find yourself in the history department. As a freshman, you will not be required to take any history classes, but after that, you will have to take a history class every year. Now, let's talk to Mr. Haney.
Hello, I'm Mr. Haney, and I teach the social studies classes of economics, world history. For incoming freshmen, I would highly advise you think if you're going to do the honors track, you check out world history either your sophomore year or the summer in between your freshman and sophomore year. Also, we have a great government field trip that we offer to juniors getting ready to become seniors. That's something to keep in mind for later. Whenever you get a little older, take that trip. It's a very good trip. You have to have 3 years worth of social studies credits to graduate. You won't have any your freshman year, but you need to look ahead and plan for what will be coming up your sophomore, junior, and senior year.
What is up, class of 2025? I am senior Micah Dyken, and I'm here just to give you guys a little bit of advice on your high school career. I know it's pretty easy to just think, freshman year, it's your start, it doesn't really matter a whole lot, but I'm here to tell you that's not true at all. I mean, we obviously want you to get involved and have fun, but it's very important to take your freshman year seriously. How you handle your academics in your freshman year kind of sets the pathway for how you're going to handle it your sophomore, junior, and senior year. So just as long as you keep trying, there's multiple resources that you can learn about to get help. But as long as you just push yourself and be determined, you will have success. And with that, I just want to wish you guys good luck, and I'm excited for you guys to be here.
What's up, class of 2025? I'm Joe Sheehan. I'm a senior here at RCHS, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to give you some advice on your freshman year. Definitely make sure you're taking it seriously with your academics and clubs and sports and anything else you're involved in. But also definitely make sure you're having fun. High school are the best 4 years of your life, so make sure you're getting the most out of it, and good luck to you.
Hi, my name is Jack Barnes, and my advice for the incoming freshman is to stay on top of your work, not dig yourself in a hole, and don't forget to have fun.
What's up, guys? I'm Cameron. Freshman year is definitely the best year, so just get involved and do some activities and just have fun with it. It does get harder, so just make sure to enjoy your freshman year, and